Today we're going to talk about a tool called convictions versus conclusions. You see, in a business, you have convictions and you have conclusions. Let me distinguish the two for you. Convictions are statements of belief. They are broad statements of belief. And they're statements of belief. There is no proof. There is no intent or no offer of a proof. I believe. See, the beauty of the word I believe is you can't ask, how do you know? I don't know. I believe this. I believe. These are broad statements and they are few in number. Convictions, broad statements of belief, no proof, few in number. In contrast, conclusions are statements of deduction. It has a proof. It is very precise. It's not a broad statement. It's a very specific statement. There is a proof. Starting with data, analysis, you deduce. That's a conclusion. And they are numerous. Specific statements, proof, numerous. That's what conclusions are. Convictions, broad statements, no proof, few in number. Conclusions, specific statement, derived proof, numerous. A business consists of both convictions and conclusions. See, you cannot operate asking for only conclusions. If you say all I want is data analysis, then the next guy, your competitor, has the same data you have, will come to the same conclusions you will come to. You have no competitive differentiation. What gives you competitive differentiation? Convictions. Many years ago, I took over a company called Planar Systems. This was in 1999. It was a company that built flat panel displays. And we built them for tiny applications that go into a gas pump or that go into an elevator. But I had this conviction that flat panel displays are going to be ubiquitous, that they're going to replace CRTs for use with computers. Could I prove that? No, it was a conviction I had. But that conviction allowed me to draw conclusions that distinguished our company from the next company. It allowed us to then conduct our business in a different way. So you have to have convictions to distinguish yourself from other companies. That's what makes you different. But you cannot just operate on convictions, devoid of conclusions. I believe this, I believe that, I believe this other thing, because that becomes a statement of hope. So you have to have some convictions, a few, and derive a large number of conclusions from those few convictions. You need both convictions and conclusions. Convictions are broad statements of belief. Belief, no proof, few in number. Conclusions are specific statements of deduction. There is a proof, starting with data through analysis, and they are numerous. Companies must have both convictions and conclusions. More importantly, you must know what are those few convictions your company has and what are some significant conclusions you have derived starting with one or more of those convictions. Understand what are your convictions and what conclusions did you draw from them. Convictions and conclusions.